Hi students, welcome to our YouTube channel and our Google class. Today actually we are going to go ahead with geometry, that is the first chapter, similarity. Again, it is related to the triangle. One thing just keep in mind, the studied what you have studied till 9th standard about a triangle is very important, and it is a basic. Okay, that is the reason I gave you the certain groundwork before starting the chapter today. The groundwork was related to the triangle itself. My first question was, what are the different types of the triangle according to their sides? Okay, so just this time, according to their, just I am writing only sides. Just you try to understand that answer one I am writing. According to the side, the first one was equilateral triangle. Okay, equilateral means all the sides are equal. Each angle is 60 degree. Now, what is your work? Another work. Whenever you are writing this is your basic work. Again, just keep in mind, it is not exactly they will ask the question based on this, but this is a basic work, basic ideas that you are carrying forward till 12th standard minimum if you are carrying your science as a career. Okay. So equilateral triangle. So again, you try to list the property, try to understand the property, try to find out the properties from your previous books or previous knowledge. The equilateral, equi means all, lateral means side. So we can say that it is an equilateral, all sides are equal. Each angle will be 60 degree. Then again, angle bisector, side bisector, perpendicular drawn are one and same. Okay, these are the certain properties we have seen. Even in construction, we are going to study this year is that a circumcircle and incircle will be having the same center. Again, the circumcircle is obtained by intersection of all the side bisectors, and incenter can be obtained by joining all the angle bisectors. Okay, that we'll see when the chapter will come. So that is about the equilateral. The second type we can say this is equilateral. Second one we can say that it is an isosceles. Now meaning of iso means it is two and celes means side. So when two sides are equal, then the triangle is said to be isosceles triangle. We have studied the theorem of isosceles triangle in 9th standard, where we have seen that if the sides are equal, an angle opposite to the sides are equal, and if the angles are equal, two angles are equal, side opposite to them are equal. Important property of the isosceles triangle is that when perpendicular drawn from the base, from the vertex of the two equal sides on opposite side, that is a base, then it bisects the base and bisect that angle. This property we have seen about that isosceles. Next is about the scalar triangle. Now scalar means no any sides are equal, so that is about the scalar. So this is about the regarding sides we are talking. Then according to the measures of their angles, then we can say that the first is acute angle triangle, second is obtuse angle triangle, third is right angle triangle. So again there are the another three types. So what about acute? All the angles are acute, then it is a acute angle triangle. Obtuse, when one angle of the triangle is more than 90 degree but less than 180 degree, then it is called as obtuse. And right angle means only one angle is right angle, right? So these are about the 6 types of the triangle that you studied in your lower standard, which we are carrying forward ahead with, right? Now the next question was about the I asked you the question about the types of angles. Now the types of angles, which are they? The types of angles, again you can see the types of angles, which are they? The types of angles are nothing but, again we start with acute, whose angle is less than 90 degree, right angle whose measure is 90 degree, obtuse whose measure is more than 90 but less than 180, then reflex, what about the reflex? More than 180 but less than 360. Complete means we say that it is exactly 60 degree or 360 degree, and 0 degree, that is total, that is a we are saying acute, right? 0 degree, which is an angle is 0 degree, or we can say that there is no rotation, right? And then we say about the straight angle, which is a 7. So there are the total 7 types of triangle we have studied, right? Try to just again recall your memories from that previous chapters. Next I asked you about the pair of angles. Now what is the meaning of pair of angles? Again I said the pair of angle, the first pair of angle you studied in your geometry is nothing but the linear pair axiom or adjacent angle. Okay, so your linear pair, or it is nothing but there are the type of pair of angles also we come across is nothing but about you are saying about a complementary and supplementary angle. The meaning of complementary is what? the angle whose sum is 90 degree. When the two angles whose sum is 90 degree, it is a complementary. And supplementary means what? The angle whose sum is 180 degree, right? Then these are about what we can say the type of pair of angles we say. Then adjacent angle and then linear pair, they are also the type of pair of angles comes. They are satisfying certain proper condition. Then I ask you about the areas of triangle formula, okay, which is very important for us for this particular chapter we are going ahead with. The first formula in your basic geometry you studied is that half into base into height, and another one you studied in your 8th standard as well as somewhere in 9th standard in mensuration about the triangle, that about the that is a formula. S is nothing but the a plus b plus c upon 2, and then we have studied that Heron's formula, right? Okay, so but we are just more focusing about that. If this is the base, the perpendicular drawn on it, this is for acute angle triangle, okay? My next question for your groundwork is that how you can draw the perpendicular on the sides for acute, obtuse and right angle, right? So my next diagram is about the obtuse angle. This is the obtuse angle triangle. I have to extend the base, then this is the perpendicular drawn, which is the height, and this is the base. Again this is the height and this is the base B, okay? And for right angle triangle, what we are saying, if this is the base, then this will be the height. Now similarly I can draw the perpendicular here also like this. So again this will be the base and this will become height. Again I could draw the perpendicular here, this will be the height and this will be the base. That is the way how we can draw about the areas of triangle in that particular case. So this is what we required for our chapter, right? So that you try to understand the concept, why I am revising all the terms. Again try to memorize all the terms, you try to write them in a separate book as your basic ideas. You try to make an 100 pages book where you can have all these and try to read once in a day or twice in after 2 days, after 3 days, whatever it is, what your revision cycle is. Then you will come to know what and how we are going to apply now in our particular chapter called as similarity. Now this particular chapter in SSC we are giving it as a similarity, but whenever we go in the CBSE curriculum, then similarity is a part of chapter called as a triangle. Now they have started with the concept of triangle, then congruence and then similarity. But for us, for state board, we already done congruence of triangle in your 9th standard, and we are going ahead with the concept of similarity for this particular case. So this basic idea what I have gave you is a basic idea is same for all the what we can say curriculum, whether it is ICSE, whether it is CBSE or whether it is SSC. So that is about the basic idea what we are going ahead with the chapter similarity of triangles, right? Okay, now the ratio of areas of triangle. Again, here the ratio proportion is important. What you studied in your which standard? Right, 9th standard. Okay, ratio means what? It is a comparison or the comparison of two physical quantities which are having the same unit. That just keep in mind this particular term. Now today we are going to go ahead with the ratios of areas of triangle. So here we could write down, if you could see, there are the two triangles I have drawn. Now here in triangle ABC, AD is perpendicular to BC. So AD perpendicular to BC, the AD is the altitude. Similarly in triangle PQR, PS is perpendicular to the side QR. Therefore PS is nothing but what we are saying, it is the height of that particular triangle. Okay, suppose if I let this BC as B1, okay, and this is H1, this is as B2 and this is H2, then we can write down ratios of that areas of triangle. But before going for that, we can go ahead with area of triangle ABC is equal, what is the formula we have written area of triangle? That is half into base is what? BC into height, which is that AD, right? So that we can write down half into B1 into H1. Now next, area of triangle PQR, which is equal to half into QR, that is the base, into height, that is the PS. So again half into B2 into H2. These are the particular expressions we have written for areas of triangle. Now next concept is that we need to take the ratio. Ratio means what? We are taking one upon the other. So area of triangle ABC upon area of triangle PQR is equal to we can write down half into B1 into H1 upon half into B2 into H2. So here this half gets cancelled. We get this ratio as B1 upon B2 into H1 upon H2. Okay. So this is the, what we can say, the first condition we are studying or starting with this chapter. Now you need to underline that property given in your textbook. Now what is given? In a ratio of two areas of triangle, which is equal to the ratio of product of their corresponding bases and heights. Okay. And how the problem come? Problem come from this particular case itself. How many unknowns are there? Knowns are there 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 physical quantities are there, or 6 things are there. They will give you the 5 and they will ask you to find out the sixth one. Or they could give you the ratio of these two and they will find out the area. Or they will give you the one area and the ratio of these two and they will ask you to find out the another area. So that is the kind of question how they are going to ask. So here we come to know about the first property, is that area ratio of areas of two triangle is equal to ratio of product of their bases and their corresponding height. Now let us see the second and third condition which is given in your textbook. The second condition is given that when the heights are equal. So suppose if the triangles are having the same height, suppose h1 and h2 becomes equal. So what we can say, they get cancelled, you will get b1 upon b2, right? So that is the condition. We wanted to say that in ratio of areas of two triangle, if two heights are equal, which is equal to the ratio of their corresponding, what we can say, bases. But suppose if two bases are now equal, b1 and becomes equal to b2, what condition we can say? Again, the ratio of areas will become b1 and b2 gets cancelled, you will get h1 upon h2. So ratio of their corresponding, what we can say, heights, right? But if b1 and b2, h1 and h2 both are equal, so what we can say about if two areas are of the two triangles must be the same, because the ratio of them will be the 1, and hence we can say that area of one triangle is equal to area of the second triangle. Okay, so we can just I will just read that conditions which is given in your textbook. The condition is that the ratio of areas of two triangle equal to the ratio of product of their bases and corresponding height. This is given in your page number 2. That is a property you need to underline above the condition 1. Okay. Now the next condition that I am going to write down or read is the property 2, is that the ratio of areas of two triangle with equal height equal to the ratio of their corresponding bases, that I said about the second property. Okay. And your third property is that on the same page number 2 is given that ratio of areas of two triangle with equal bases equal to the ratio of their corresponding heights. So that is about your conditions we can say. Okay, just I will write down the condition. Area of triangle 1 upon area of triangle 2 is equal to b1 upon b2 if h1 is equal to h2, and area of triangle 1 upon area of triangle 2 is equal to h1 upon h2, provided that if b1 is equal to b2. Okay, so total 3 conditions we studied today is about ratio of areas of two triangle is equal to the ratio of their product of corresponding bases and heights. Now ratio of areas of two triangle, if two heights are equal, is equal to the ratio of their corresponding bases, and if in triangle, if two bases are equal, then the ratio of areas of two triangle is equal to the ratio of their corresponding height. So this is about what we can say the understanding things about that particular case. Again, you could observe here 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4. So that means 4 quantities are there, out of which they will give you the 3 and they will ask you to find out the 4th, or they will give you the heights are equal and two bases, find out the ratio of areas of triangle. So depending upon that, they will ask the many type of the question. Even word problems also could be asked, but there is a proper way to handle this word problem. Okay, and whenever they are having, I will give a certain example here itself. Now suppose if I give you the triangle like this, what do you observe from these two triangles ABC and ACD? I wanted to write down the ratio of area of triangle ABC is to area of triangle BCD. What is your observation? What is same? Here the base is same, right? If I draw the perpendicular height, this is H1, it will be having different height H1 and H2. Okay, but base is the same. Suppose if I give you the triangle like this, Now this is A, B, C, D, right? Now what we can say about both the triangles? The height will be the equal. Now in such cases, here I am going to write down in triangle ABC and triangle BCD are of equal base. What I am going to write down? Triangle ABC and triangle ACD are of equal heights. Okay, it means whenever the question is given to you, you need to find out what is given there or not, whether they are having the same base or same height. Suppose if I give the question like this now, so what you can say about this is H1, this is H2, this is B1, right? Suppose if I give the question like this, these are the two triangles I give you and this is the height I am drawing, this is the height I am drawing, so this is H1, suppose this is H2 and this is a base B is a common, right? So that is the way you try to configure or try to understand from the configuration of the figure given to you that whether they have the equal base or equal height, right? So I hope so you understood about the ratio of areas of triangle. I haven't taken any numerical here, just given an idea how to tackle that numerical and what condition you need to write. As I said, once you observe the figure, you try to write down whether they have the equal base, whether they have the equal height, or whether they have both equal. That is the first case. Then when we are writing, now suppose if I am asking, I am going to write down, suppose if I wanted to write down area of triangle ABC upon area of triangle BCD is equal to what I am going to write down, H1 upon H2. What reason I am going to write down? That whole property. If bases of two triangles are equal, then the ratio of their areas is equal to ratio of their corresponding heights. Okay. Similarly, for this particular figure, how I am going to write down area of triangle ABC upon area of triangle, what is that, ACD, is equal to what I am going to write down is equal to B1 upon B2. Why B1 upon B2? Because in that particular case heights are equal, so we need to write down the ratio of their corresponding bases. This concept you need to understand whenever you are going to solve. Now again, there are the kind of questions they are asked you for this particular case are nothing but 2 marks or 3 marks, but basically they could ask you this for 1 mark also. So just try to understand the concept what we are going ahead with. We will solve one example on a board. Till that time, just look out again what is given here on the board. Okay, where now there is a question given to you. The question is that in triangle ABC, given is that B dash D dash C. What is the meaning of B dash D dash C? It is a betweenness condition. It should prompt in your brain immediately what condition is given to you. B dash D dash C means D lies between B and C. Okay, such that BD is equal to 7. This value is given 7, and total BC is given how much? That is 20, right? And they asked you to find out the ratios of areas of triangle. Now first, before going for that particular question, what question is given to you? ABD upon ADC, ABD upon ADC. ADC means this, but again, if you observe this all the triangle, now there are the total 3 triangles are given in your question. Which are the 3 triangles? Triangle ABD, triangle ADC, triangle ABC. Okay, if you could observe from the figure, triangle ABD, triangle ADC and triangle ABC all will be having the same height. You try to draw the height on your own, so you will understand the question immediately. So it is understood that they are having the equal height. Okay, so first point I am going to write down for, that is triangle ABD and triangle ADC are of equal heights. Okay, then I am having the base of triangle ABD as BD, but DC I don't have. Okay, so therefore that is BC, total BC is equal to BD plus DC. What is the reason? B dash D dash C. Therefore 20 is equal to 7 plus DC. Hence DC is equal to 20 minus 7 is equal to, we obtained as a 30 units. Okay, this is the first, what we can say, we have done the calculation. So that is, this is 7, this is 13 and total is now 20. Okay, you can write down answer orally. How it is? ABD upon ADC 7 upon 13, ABD upon ABC 7 upon 20, ADC upon ABC 13 upon 20. That is the ratio we obtained, but we need to write down now that properly. Okay, so what we can write down? Triangle ABD and triangle ADC are of equal height. Therefore, area of triangle, what is given, ABD upon area of triangle ADC is equal to, what we are going to write down? BD upon DC. Don't write down that answer directly. BD upon DC. What is the reason? By property of triangles of equal height. Or if you write down ratio of areas of equal heights is equal to ratio of their corresponding bases, that is much more better than this particular statement. Okay, so therefore area of triangle ABD upon area of triangle ADC is equal to, what is that, 7 upon 13. This is your first answer. You understood the way how we are going to write down. So how we started with ABD and ADC are equal height, as we have seen in the figure, but we understood that BD was given, BC was given, but DC was not given. So we have used a betweenness condition for the segments, and we have found out the length of DC. It was found out with 13. Then I have written the equation, that is area of triangle ABD upon ADC is equal to BD upon DC by ratios of areas of equal heights is equal to the ratio of their corresponding bases. Then we substitute the value again. Now for the second point, what is the second point is given? Which triangles are there? Triangle ABD and triangle ABC. Again, what I am going to write down? Triangle ABD and triangle ABC are of equal heights. Therefore, area of triangle ABD upon area of triangle ABC is equal to BD upon, this is BD, okay, and BC. Again, by property of triangles of equal heights, so therefore area of triangle ABD upon area of triangle ABC is equal to, what was BD? It is 7 and this is 20. So 7 upon 20. Again, you try to highlight your answer. Okay, so this is your second answer. What about the third answer? What about the third answer? Again, I could write down the statement now. Statement point number 3. Actually, I am not going to write down. I am going to just explain you. You need to write that. Triangle ADC and triangle ABC, ADC and ABC are of equal heights. Therefore, area of triangle ADC upon area of triangle ABC is equal to DC upon BC. For reason, by property of triangle of equal height have areas proportional to their corresponding bases. So, DCs you have 13 and total BC you have got 20. So, answer will be BC, that is 13, DC upon 20. So that is 13 upon 20 would be a final answer. And then you summarize the answer. This is a question of how many marks? 3 marks. This is a particular question I have solved from your problem set. Okay. So I hope you understood about the concept, how to solve the problem based on this. What is the key point for every question? There is a key point always. Here I found that they have all the 3 triangles which were given. They are having the same height, and we have gone ahead with that concept. Okay, just have a look of these 2 points, solving points, and you try to solve the third point. You try to attempt your exercise 1 from the similarity. Before that, you write down the properties. Give first 2 pages or 3 pages for that particular to write down properties and theorems. 1 to 100 pages book you can keep, or 100 pages book you can keep for a chapter of similarity. That means for us different chapter you keep the different notebooks, so all the work of similarity will be there in your that particular notebook. Okay, so you try to write on the properties first, leave the one more page, and you go ahead with your exercise, and at the same time try to understand whatever concept I gave you, then write, solve this question, then solve examples from your that particular exercise, so that you can go ahead with your knowledge. If there is any problem, you can better give me a ping on WhatsApp or on Google Class or on comment section, so that I can make a video on that particular question. I hope so you understood the concept of similarity. We started with ratio of areas of two triangle. Okay, so you try to solve that homework given to you. All the best.